Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. A little impromptu video this afternoon because I just opened 2 packages. I've been at the Tom Ford again. I need more eye palettes like I need a hole in the head, but I just can't resist Tom Ford, and they seem to be bringing out palette after palette at the moment. I haven't actually caught up with showing you what I bought from the last release. In fact, I haven't bought all of them yet, and that is most unlike me. And then I saw from other people's videos that there were 3 new wet and dry baked releases, which are my favourite type of Tom Ford palette, although I love them all. So I was desperate to get my hands on them. They came up on the Selfridges website at the weekend, very, very briefly, and immediately seemed to sell out. I'm sure they've probably got more in stock if you actually go in store, but I literally haven't got the time at the moment. And there is I know now, a Tom Ford makeup outlet at Covent Garden, and I'm guessing they probably have them as well. I haven't looked on the Tom Ford website. Anyway, I managed to order 2 of them. In the first order I made, I managed to get the one that I was most interested in on the basis of just looking at the pictures, and that was Body Heat. So I ordered that straight away. The other 2 were sold out. Here's Body Heat. And I thought this looked like a really nice mid-toned, fairly neutral, but with, I'm not doing very well here, kind of reddy base. I just need something to cover up the mirror to show you this properly without giving too much away what it is to be anonymous, eh? Here we go. So let's have a look at those. I haven't swatched yet at all. There we go, with a really beautiful mid-toned pinky gold. Some not showing up brilliantly in this light. This down here is the sort of colour I particularly love. It does feel a little bit dry actually, but swatching quite well on the hand. Again, a mid-toned, not that dimensional brown. A more coppery version here, which is more pigmented, is showing kind of slightly aubergine there in the viewfinder. It's not really in real life. And then this kind of russety brown over here, that is very pretty. Can we see that? So actually those are kind of neutral to warm, I'd say. I'm not going to swatch them wet at the moment. You can do that, but I don't tend to use them wet that often unless I'm using it as a liner. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. This palette reminded me when I saw it of Honeymoon, which was another wet and dry, I think. Yeah, here's Honeymoon. What do we think? Quite similar really. More reds. Definitely a warm palette, Honeymoon. I don't tend to wear it a lot in the summer. Maybe I should, but I kind of think of it as a bit wintry. I don't know why. Should we swatch that alongside? Is the time? Yeah, of course there is. Let's just do my make, do, amend. So here's the reddest. Woo. I have to tell you, Honeymoon feels a lot silkier smooth than this new one. I hope that doesn't mean kind of decrease in the quality of Tom Ford palettes. It definitely feels different. I like them both. I like, you know me, I love a bit of shimmer, and there's almost foiling and metal in these ones. This is just a little bit too warm for me, but the others really pretty. But I quite like the contrast here of not as much, glitter's the wrong word, but as much metallicness in it. So I think they are definitely different when you see, well, I think you can see quite plainly when they're swatched. They are different, those two palettes. I am slightly concerned, particularly making the comparison at how much smoother the old Honeymoon is than this new one, Body Heat. I'll update you when I've tried a little bit more. Then, having been sold out, when I looked again last night, I saw another one, Double Indemnity, was on the website. This one I had not intended to buy. Cool toned, which I like, but I was put off by that very dark shade because I tend not to use black. But then I saw a few videos, and in fact the black was swatching rather magnificently in some of them. You can see it is a riot of glitter, and the kind of silvery taupe was also quite attractive. I'm going to have to use a bit more arm here, so let's go with that silvery taupe. Ooh, now that's what I call a Tom Ford colour. Beautiful, really rich, very easy to swatch. The white one not showing up as much, but feeling quite good. Here's the what I call a true taupe, swatching very well. This one's reminding me a little bit of Silver Smoke. Do you remember that one? I haven't got it here at the moment. I must dig it out. And here's this famous glittery black. Not swatching brilliantly on me, but I really want to see what it looks like on the eye because I've seen some really nice makeups with it. As I say, those are swatching, certainly the three non-black ones, very like Silver Smoke, which is an old Tom Ford palette that I do have but haven't pulled out, because what this one initially reminded me was of, it's not a wet and dry, Titanium Smoke, which I don't use an enormous amount. You can see it's got two glitter shades. Let's see how that black, see it's very, very glittery in pan. This one actually feels smoother and applies a better, dare I say, than the new one. Let's just have another go with that. So there are the two side by side. The new one is a bit more greeny than the kind of true black in Titanium Smoke. They're not going to look that different on. Now bear in mind my Titanium Smoke palette, and it's not the wet and dry formula, and it must be at least 3-4 years of age, and that's swatching possibly better than the new one. So that's a bit disappointing if it's a trend for the future. Don't want to make too swift decisions because I literally have taken these out of the box. What you're seeing is me trying them out clumsily on the back of my hand, all dry at the moment, and things can look and apply very differently to the eyelid. So I definitely am not going to dismiss the quality, which is still pretty good out of hand, but as I say, my initial reaction is nice though they are. Let's bear in mind I can't even remember if they're £62 or £68 now. Let's have a look at the dreaded invoice. £68, so nearly £70 for 4 shadows. So you expect absolute premium quality for that because they seem to go up every time. I swear they were 62 when I bought the last lot. Yeah, so watch this space for an update. this probably still won't stop me getting the third palette if I can get my hands on it. And I do have to show you some of the other purchases that I made from Tom Ford a couple of months ago when the last new editions came out. Let me know if any of you have tried the new ones. The reviews seem very positive, so I'm still hopeful, but you never know. Even old favourites go wrong in the end, don't they? Until next time, bye for now.